Hi guys, welcome back. So today in this video I want to talk about like why we are always scared. So if you listen to this previous video which I made in which I talked about like a mind is the limited database. See, the problem is right now we are living in mind, always thinking, all the time thinking, and then those thoughts will bring feelings on the body. But if you're thinking all the time and living in those thoughts, so the mind has become the king of the body. The mind, there is a seat in your body where the where you should be sitting, where your the real you should be sitting, but your mind is sitting over there, which is controlling everything. And what is mind? A limited database, nothing more than that. It's all the data which you accumulated in terms of your whole life, all the impressions, all your perceptions. So everything is just there, but it is limited. It is not the entire universe, so it is limited. So anything which is limited, it's always scarce, it's less, it's not whole, it's not total. So if it is limited and it's sitting on the seat of the king, then obviously you will be scared, because life, the real you wants abundance, wants everything. But if you're watching it from a limited scope, if you're just watching it forward but you can't see the sideways, then there will be a fear, because you can't see the sideways. Now you just, your scope is, your vision is fixed, but you want too much, but vision is fixed. And in terms of vision, I mean like our activities. If you're want everything but looking it through a like this much vision, then we can't get everything, but we still want it. So on the seat of this body, where your heart should be sitting, your heart is the one which is always accepting, forgiving, always in the present moment. If the mind is sitting over there, which is a limited database, then you will always be scared. Fear will always be there when if the place of heart, mind will sit. You should be living from the heart, not from the mind. If you're living from the mind, then obviously we will be always be fear, because in fear and scared, and and mind will not let you be happy, because that's what it does. Wherever it gets challenged, it will bring those bad feelings, that limitation of situation, or you can't do this, you can't do that, it's not going to work. But if you but the heart is the real king of that seat. But if the heart is not sitting on that seat, and heart is like that, it knows that it is the real king, and mind knows that it is not. But we are not letting the hearts, but the heart says, okay, I'll sit there any day, because I know I am the king. But that any day is not coming, so we have to make the heart sit there. So the day the heart will sit there, all the fears will go away. And when the heart is there, you will be living in present moment. So only way the heart should be in the real seat and not the mind is that you have to go mindless. You have to go live in present moment. You have to establish a knowingness. Only then the heart is will be sitting in the king seat. That's the only way. The real you, or your soul, who is you? If you ask this question and you dig deep, you will know that you are definitely not thoughts. If you are thought, then why they are changing all the time? Definitely you're not thought, you're making them. If you go more deeper, like I'm this body, then you're not, because this body is the food you eat. If in certain places of the world they don't have good food, so they are like skinny, small, and some places they are eating so much, so the body is too big. So body is your vessel, you're living in the body, but there is someone who knows everything. Like if you sleep in a deep sleep, there is someone who wakes up when you wake up next morning, tells, oh, the body was in deep sleep. So somebody knew that you were sleeping deep. Somebody knew that you had a dream. And then every time that moment to moment things are changing. night become day, day become night, but somebody's watching everything changing. You were a little kid once, but now you're a big boy now. So this change is happening, but somebody inside you is watching. So that's the real you. So that real you works from heart. So that heart should be sitting on the king seat, but not the mind. But the mind is sitting there right now. You have let your mind sit there, which is limited in database this much, only thoughts, impressions you have, perceptions you have. And if you keep on living through this limited database, fear is inevitable. But the moment you become established in knowingness, that whatever is happening, you just know. For that you need meditation. Meditation is the only tool. There is no other tool. And when you sit down, close your eyes, you start knowing what's happening around you, what's happening with your mind, what kind of thoughts coming up. You just need to know. You don't have to involve yourself in it. And that moment, the heart becomes the king of this. Heart is the real king, and it goes sit on the seat, and then everything works from the heart. And there is no fear. So there's the ultimate solution for fear, to establish a knowingness. Hopefully you got some clarity, and I will request you to definitely subscribe, and I'll see you soon for our next video soon. Thank you so much.